Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Hi, hi.
Ah, boy.
So, last we left off, you guys. Yes, Bork.
Bork.
Force.
That's. You guys had finished your fight against Ars Goetia. And as you guys finished and started to coalesce onto the tree for investigation, a chateau came from it. And you realized that this place where the King Eternal's heart was planted has bore him into a shadow into this realm. And after Talik, the tree of, or Valak, the tree of Talik. I have to remember which one's the tree and which one's the land. Valak is the tree.
Yeah.
Right.
When Valak started to perish, his shadow was released, and you guys had to fight the first King Eternal Shadow. After that fight had finished, you guys went down underneath Valak to find a cleared out Bahamut vault and some interesting tidbits. You see the fact that the Darkseed was planted here in the Bahamut vault, and there were 3 intact Darkseeds that you found.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Yeah.
You guys also
Although hadn't
found
somebody
partial plans to something called the End Weapon, which you
Not a
guys
fan of
have
that either.
heard bits and pieces about that back in Waldensteel, about a potential device that runs on end crystals that should have the power to escape if things go south.
Escape the orange. By going through the blender.
Escape the orange
wanna
at
go
the
through the
cost of
blender.
destroying the orange, yes. So, you guys have just finished that investigation. You guys are at the decayed husk of the tree.
And that 20 investigation for the gem. I remember that from the last.
Oh, wait, I was supposed to give you a roll table for that.
Yeah.
Supposed to was a very keyword there.
I suppose.
Well, since we haven't started
Raiders.
yet, Tycho, hello. We are literally just starting. I just got done with the recap. Also, there's Borks. Yes, bark. Cora,
Bark.
Aw.
Cora's like, raid bark?
Hell yes.
Barf.
What do you need? I fed you. I've given you TREATs.
He hears all the barking. He's coming to see what's up. They're
And whenever
speaking his language.
And when I reach for him to play, he just backs up. He's like, I don't want pets. I won't play.
He's trying to goad you out of your seat.
Basically, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I reach for him. He's like, come.
Get up.
Don't jump on me. Yeah, I can't say the word. I have to spell it out exactly.
What's bad is when they start learning what the spelled words mean, too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Anytime you
spell
say
the word
T,
when
then
I'm
he gets
giving it to
excited.
him. If I start spelling the word as I'm giving it to him, then that's going to be a problem.
It's true.
Actually, one second. Let me.
Yeah, be smart about it.
You want a treat?
He said the word.
Treat.
OG.
Pork.
Heck.
Heck. Boof.
Doggy.
I'm in suspense. Did Koro get the treat?
Did he?
Oh
This is very
my
important.
god.
Is
I need to
JoJo
know.
okay?
I think
He did.
JoJo.
I didn't have it
died
on
of
me. I had to
fever.
go to the other room.
I see.
Um,
Okay, but what kind of treat, though?
Oh, it was a chew.
Yeah, this is important. Oh, nice.
It was like one of those
Nice.
twist chews. Like I have like small ones on my desk, but I was like, nah, I can't give him a small one.
It's the full size.
Yeah. It's the one that takes him a while because it's like a little, like bacon twist. It says like bacon and bone in it. That little twist stick.
Ah, okay.
Perfect.
Keep him nice and busy.
Just the thing to gnaw upon.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's for gnawing, not a quick eat. If I give him a quick eat, he'll just go back
Yeah.
to it. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so
Right, so you were explaining all the many ways we are doomed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you guys are now standing off of a decaying tree. The dome has fully decayed now, and you see the encampments of the redcaps. You don't see the redcaps, but you see their encampments.
Man. They can turn invisible though, right? They were trying to
they do
chew on
that.
us while invisible last time we were here.
I mean, I did tell him to scram. You know, King's dead.
Yeah, we did see some of them run away. I remember that.
I'm just worried. Little invisible gnawhy boys hanging around is not good.
Mhm.
And now
Hey,
I
Drew.
cast Meteor Swarm on the fort. I'm just kidding.
Perfect.
Oh. No, we
You
need to
need to check
save the
out.
throne. The throne is important.
Oh, right.
In fact, do we want to like call
Nanette.
call people, let them know? Yeah, let Nanette know.
It's like, oh, good
Like,
news.
hey, we got
we
your
handled
Yeah,
seat.
you
that
should probably
thing.
take your throne back because if you don't, then someone else might come get it.
Yeah.
I don't know
If
if
you're
we
not
want
here in like 5 minutes, can we take it?
right?
I don't want it.
All right.
Do you know that she is currently in Karma Castella?
Yeah. We have phones. Is there service?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I looked for signal.
In fact, Signal's probably a
Perfect.
little better now for some reason. Cough, cough.
All
Well, I
right.
wonder why.
Carney, call your betrothed.
All right, I'm gonna call and ask for Nanette.
I mean, if you want me to, I can, but since you are actually engaged to her, it seems like you ought to be the one to tell her what's up.
I'll do it.
You need to get out of the doghouse after, getting married to a different god.
Oh my gosh. Just a reminder, I can cast ceremony like anytime.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you've cast yet, because there's things other than weddings that you.
I
can cast.
haven't. I keep trying to
You can
get
make holy
people
water.
married, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, holy water
That's
is a good
boring.
default, but yeah,
Weddings
that is-
weddings are way more exciting,
Very much more exciting.
right? That's true. Yeah, I could do that.
You could have done ceremony.
But what
on
if we
Carney at the time he was
Yeah, that would have been smart, actually. Oh well.
during the ultimate ritual
Hindsight-
ceremony? Then.
Hindsight is 20/20,
Anyway.
etc., etc.
Now we know for next time.
Ring, ring, ring.
Next time. Ring,
Yeah,
ring,
next
ring.
time.
Oh, there will be a next time, Davey. I know you haven't been around with us for very long, but there will
Yeah.
definitely be a next time.
Eventually, one of the Fesks answers, "Hello."
Hey, is Nanette there?
1 second. The Borks have continued. Baby.
Pork, 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 pork.
Pork,
Good-
pork, pork.
Could I benefit from a coming of age ceremony as a level 1 and as a level 100? No, as a
What?
age 100 elf.
Happy
That is
birthday.
adult. That is just about adult age.
Mm.
I
Cultural
can't remember
adulthood.
what the conditions of coming to age is.
Young adult.
Yeah, but how is it
It's
defined
cultural
young adult?
adulthood, so.
Cultural adulthood. Okay. 1 second, baby.
Well, by the I guess by the metric of the spell, that depends on the dungeon master, but for elves, 100 is cultural adulthood.
I have the feeling that we're going to have much dog.
Real.
Much dog?
Very much dog. Since JoJo is having to go and entertain Koro.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Well, he did warn us.
Yeah, it's like
Poor
frame 1.
puppy.
I have unfortunately had to put up the barrier.
Oh, no.
Release the
Free my
boy.
He is not guilty of this crime.
So he is now in
Hey.
the other side of the house.
Yo,
No.
Coro in jail. Check Twitter.
Oh.
No.
The baby.
All right. Esther would be like, "Yeah, 1 second." And after a moment, there's like some whispering in the background, and then Nanette's voice picks up. Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Are you okay?
We're fine. We're fine.
Is everyone okay?
Everyone's okay. Ours Gawisha less so.
I see.
Hey, a quick question. Did anyone know about you see the sky, right?
Yes. I got worried when I saw it. I didn't know what came of you because of what was happening.
Yeah. So the stuff happened after we beat up Bars Gawisha. He's not going to be a problem anymore, and that happened.
Well, the darkness came sometime after I was forced off my throne, so I guess that makes sense that it was connected.
I need to turn. Yeah. So, but good news is the throne is safe. We shoot away a lot of the red cap pests. I don't know if you want them as company subjects. I don't know, but they shouldn't be a problem.
I see. I'll let the Internor know, and we'll start scouting the area out and continuing to push back any hostiles in the area. But without Ars Goetia, it shouldn't be too difficult.
All right, just stay safe. I think we have a lot of I feel like we're gonna have be held up with a lot of problems and weird stuff. But for now, this isn't a problem anymore. So make sure you stay safe and okay. I'm not sure if the Ulster Royals are gonna have anything to say about this, but hey, you got your throne back, and so they're gonna have to listen to you at least a little bit.
They probably will, but that's a step for later.
All right then. Well, in any case, glad to have helped. I'm glad to have gotten this guy off your back.
And if she
Thank you.
faces any more trouble, let her know that she's welcome to call upon us.
Oh, and of course, if you run into any more trouble, you have my phone number, our phone number, all of our phone numbers.
Of course. I guess the first will know how to contact you.
All right. Did the other fairy queens? What's going to happen with them now that this is Archwisha's out of the picture?
Well, after we do some restoration, I'll probably have a council meeting about it.
Is that something we should show up for?
It's just hopefully the next council meeting they'll, have a little more say in things.
Is that something we should be there for, just in case? Do you need a little bit of?
Fine. You've done more than enough already. You're going to be
then, well,
way too busy to deal with stuff like that.
You're totally right. Oh, you're so correct. Okay, well, I think we should probably get a head start on that. I get feeling some people are not going to be happy with us, even though we didn't know what was going to happen.
I mean, there's always somebody pissed off at us. It's just the way things go at this point. It just rotates by the day which group it is that's, pissed.
We don't mean to do it. It just...
Yeah.
Well, we kind of meant to do some of this one.
Okay, but to be fair, this guy was a jerk. He was a massive jerk. A jerkosaurus even.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let us know if anything happens.
Of course. Be safe.
And like I said, stay safe. And all right, I'm gonna go ahead and hang up and let everyone know what the deal is. The Agent are gonna be pushing back on. They're gonna be filling this place in now.
That's good.
By the way, do we want to wait for Salathis to show up since she's now not beholden to a certain dryad? Because if that's the case, I have some words for this big snake thing.
Oh, you got like an hour left for that.
Depends on how long we want to be, at the scene of the crime.
I think
the
the
feeling
sooner
that
we
the King
leave
Eternal
the
might be
scene of
sending
the
people this
crime,
way.
the better.
Yeah, I
you know?
don't think I really want to be here.
I want to leave.
Yeah, I don't really
Okay.
want to be here if we don't have to.
Look, Salathis is a somewhat all-powerful being capable of traveling between any area that has trees. I'm sure if we want to speak to Salathis and want to have an audience, we could get that basically anywhere. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
More important that I think we want to get in touch with someone like Sweet Tooth or Eerie. Maybe figure out how the rest of the Ulstrom Street in this.
Should we go to the Gleaming Tower or somewhere? Like, is that a safe spot?
That's
or
probably a safe spot for now.
All right. Well, anyone have the magic to get us there, or are we calling the other big snake, or are we driving? Please don't say we're driving. I don't want another helicopter to show up, and the King Eternal's going to be that mad at us.
Yeah.
I forget. Was there an arcane? Was there a? Oh wait, actually, I can use a 9th level spell slot to teleport us since we have that now.
Oh my god.
Could.
Or we could go down to the Draenor castle again.
I'm trying to remember if you asked to see their teleportation circle.
Pretty sure I did.
Yeah,
Well, even without, yeah. Even otherwise, I think do we not have anything on the Gleaming Tower to just go to?
Pretty sure we took papers from there. No, like Shulk's lab.
I mean, you've got things that you took from there. Wait, is teleport not allow you to teleport to other circles?
It does, but yeah.
But also, another guaranteed way of going is if you just have an object from the location.
Yeah, it's just the
Right.
covering bases.
I thought a teleport circle made it guaranteed. Let me look at the thing again.
I also do have teleportation circle if we, if we could spend a 5th level.
No,
If I
permanent
look at the
circle on
teleportation-
target 1 to 100. You don't have to roll for that.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, in which case, I'll just use a spell teleportation circle since I have
Yeah,
it.
that's why I was like so confused. I was like, there's a circle there. You don't have to roll.
No, it was just like, did we have the circle? Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely. I'm fairly certain I did, but I wasn't entirely certain.
I can't remember if you
it's-
did, but that was probably an Aaron thing. So I'll say that Ariel is smarter than all of us, and you would have saw it.
She's 100% smarter than everyone here. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's just stats.
stats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question: what level are we supposed to be? Level 17 now? Because I forgot to
We are-
level up.
We are in fact
We are.
level 17 now. I
Okay.
I
Go-
I
go
have
ahead.
played a,
I also
have
did.
played a
I'm
disaster.
glad it wasn't just me, Lilith.
Yeah, I will do that in the background then. Thank you.
Yep, same.
Yep.
I keep
Sorry.
forgetting.
Sorry.
Yep,
I
sorry.
think,
Are
It
are
fixed
Gracia
hit
and I the only
point.
ones who leveled up?
Probably.
Probably.
In my defense,
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds
you're
about
like-
right.
I did it before the session. Granted, I not that hard for me to level up. I don't have a lot of decisions to make, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
actually leveled up
quietly
before because
looking
there
at
is a lot of
spells.
decisions to make as a wizard getting their first 9th level spells.
Yep.
It is
I
pretty
just had to press a funny button.
Is a huge
I just-
decision. You're right.
Mm-mm.
Yep. I mean, honestly, Pandora, take your time with your spell, and if you don't end up using it, you can always just change it next session.
You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Though I do think your current choice is a pretty funny one because you get
Right.
to be like you just get to be like, hey, you, I choose you, go.
Mm.
Wait, what? What did she choose as her arcanum?
Oh,
Currently,
nothing.
she
No,
nothing
yeah,
yet,
so.
nothing
Exactly.
permanent yet.
I just noticed the gate was on the list, you know?
Ah, that
Yeah.
is a spell.
It's always a good choice.
It's a
Plot
pretty
twist,
fun one.
we just summoned the Stag Knight.
Right?
I mean, you could just random stagnate go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just sitting there
Exactly.
crying his eyes out.
Yeah.
Well, we do have the other orbs. We can just hand them
over.
over. It's like, have this, have this, have this. All right, go.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
Just thinking of things, you know.
Yeah.
So we're teleporting to the tower.
All right.
I think so.
So you guys get
Yeah.
together and teleport.
Nyum.
Yum, yum, yum.
We're going to get reamed. We are
No,
going
it's
to get
fine.
for
Oh, I
this.
just scanned what the Ascended Dragon gets.
They're definitely
Yeah.
gonna eat us.
I'm going through it now.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, Buck just got a power spike.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone
I
does.
get so many
17 is that
things.
level.
My monk damage goes up. It's great.
Wow.
This shit rocks.
Yeah, but I can cast meteors for it. Just kidding.
Yeah, I have an extra brutal critical.
So good.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually.
Do you want to stop at a gift shop and buy Erie some oven mitts, guys? We
Some
could gift
face
them
cream.
to her before we break the news.
She'll probably scratch yourselves in response to that,
I-
knowing the anticipation of what's about to happen.
You say to
Oh.
break the news. I think she knows.
I think the nose is broken.
Maybe.
I think
I don't think there's
everyone
anyone
and their
in
mother.
Ulstrom who doesn't know.
I think everybody and their mother knows at this point. This is
Yeah.
To be fair, in our
Yeah.
defense, in our defense, they did know we were going to go fight Arskoisha.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think any of us is to blame for it messing up.
We
the
and we
lucky,
didn't-
lucky weather.
Yeah, they didn't.
We
They chose
didn't-
not to stop us.
We didn't know that there was going to be a
stop us. They
spooky
didn't tell
shadow.
They didn't tell us that the spooky shadow was the thing controlling all the darkness. You know,
Yep.
Mhm.
We
I don't
are
think-
innocent of this
I don't
crime.
think Erie can be too mad about that.
Yeah,
At least
nobody
not
warned us.
directly at
Don't beat up the spooky tree ghost. Don't do that. Was not like it did attack us first. It grabbed me and like sapped my muscles a little bit. So it was like
Mm.
But anyway, you guys are now inside the Gleaming Tower. You guys step
Giddy.
out from the teleportation room into the hallways of the university. Where do you head?
Mhm.
I want to go wherever Darby is.
I
I
think we
find
should find
Darby.
Darby.
Yeah, Darby's my favorite.
Make a group insight check.
Oh, goody.
Concerning.
Thank you for this opportunity to wow
Of
everyone
course.
with my insightful knowledge of things.
Mine too.
Average.
Holy crap!
All right, 2 successes.
I don't have
two
bless
fails.
on, but
Damn. Okay.
I'm coming. I'm sorry. I have to reopen my character sheet.
Three
Okay.
successes. Well, 3 and 3, but the tiebreaker goes to player, so that's a success.
Yippee!
Yay.
You guys, as you are walking down the halls, you see students, and what at first seems just like the normal hustle and bustle of school life with people running around. There's a bit of an unnerving panic to some of the students.
Hmm.
No, please.
Oh dear.
Concerning.
Yeah, I don't like that. Why is that happening?
National emergency.
And yeah, people seem to be running around. I mean, you saw people running around last few places, but usually it's a, oh, I'm late, I need a hurry. This is a, oh god, oh god, oh god type of hurry instead.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Well,
do? Do you
it's
just
probably
keep going?
that we unblotted out the sun, yeah.
I feel like we should ask, like, what's going on.
What's
That's
happening?
probably a good
No.
idea.
Nah. I feel like at this point, if you act like you don't know the news in Ulstrom, you're gonna be it's gonna paint you as suspicious.
Yeah.
It's one of those things
No,
where everyone
you're
knows
not
because the
wrong.
sun is visible.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't wrong.
Maybe we can just listen for them commenting on what they're freaking out about.
I mean,
Yeah.
if anything, I feel like walking at a brisk pace,
Mhm.
also looking stressed, would
Yes,
make us
let's all
fit in the
try to
most.
look a little worried.
We're good at that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
In
act
fact, I
normal.
imagine our characters are already look a little bit stressed. So
Because
yeah,
because Yvette was the one that specifically brought it up, I need Yvette to make a perception check to see if you can overhear some people. Because Yvette, based on what y'all said,
let's
Yvette
see how
would be the
perceptive
curious
I am.
one. Okay.
Gosh darn it. Not that curious, apparently.
Not curious, you just can't figure shit out.
Oh,
You're
I
like-
wish I was perceptive.
You're
Would
like,
you like
I
me
mean-
to-
I better eavesdrop on some people, and then like, fucking Serial's like, no, you just keep going.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't look.
well, as as a far away small town where people like to be in everyone's business, I kind of want to keep an ear out as we're walking. Like, what
All right,
are all the what's got all the smarties in the panic?
Yeah, I know the.
Why are
Southern
all these
mentality.
eggheads freaking out?
As a Southerner myself.
Pinhead Larry.
You hear one of them panicking about what they're gonna do, and then
Did he
as
mention
he's
what?
like, "What are we gonna do?" The other student's like, hey, "Wait, did you hear the sun went up? Like the sun going up wasn't what he was panicking about."
Oh,
Damn it.
I'm good. Miss Ariel, I don't think that the sun is what they're panicking about. I think that's something else. That's secondary news.
Did we see like the students any other time that we were here?
Yeah, they were
Ariel
just,
just
kind of in the
raises
background.
We did a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Soriel just raises an eyebrow. It's like, well, I guess we should go figure that out.
Yeah. I want to poop. Where's Headmaster Derby?
Oh, you asked someone?
I want to ask him.
We're going to his office, right?
Yeah, we know where his office is, don't we?
Okay.
All right.
A little worried that he might not be there, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a chance that with all this hubbub, he might not actually be there, but just in case, yeah, you'll check the office first.
So you go to the office. Do you just open or knock, or what do you do?
Knock.
Kick open the door.
You knock on the door. There's a moment, and eventually it opens, and you see Ringo on the other side.
Ah!
No!
Ah! What are you doing here?
You go, ah! And Ringo goes, ah!
Hate it.
Eerie
What are you
turns
doing
around
here?
and it's like, get over here. Ringo goes,
Oh.
and he runs towards where Eerie is.
All right then.
You see that Eerie used to be on the phone. When she does that, she like lowers the phone and puts her hand on the receiver to like say that. She sees you guys puts the phone back to his, like, I'm going to call you back. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yep. And then she, like, waits for someone to finish, and you can hear in mid-conversation she hangs up without letting them finish.
Oh.
And then talking.
Can I keep my ears out? Do I hear any snippets of what that's about?
Yeah, does the first one the end sound angry?
I kind of wanted, yeah.
Make a perception check. It's a high DC to get actual words. It was a lot of yelling. In panic.
But the yelling
oh my
is,
God.
is, you know...
Wow.
Alright,
God damn it.
too, actually. Nope.
Oh,
Alright.
balls. Nope.
Buck here's something about making plans and trying to figure out how to do damage control and stuff like that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Again, guidance isn't on. What the?
Oh no!
She pockets her phone. She looks over and is like,
Hi.
"Oh, we might want to like have this conversation at the embassy building because your ambassador status was revoked."
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Sorry
right.
about
Yeah.
that.
Oh no! Oh
So,
no!
by the way, you guys do not see either Darby or Shuck in this room.
Yeah,
where's the
Where's the guy
man?
who's supposed to be locked in here forever?
Yeah, where are they?
Yeah, I just got done interviewing a few students about what the fuck happened. Apparently, General Galtz came in here, killed Darby, and released Shulk.
What?
Wait,
Huh?
what? Huh?
So,
What?
Darby's
Hold
going to
on,
be away
what?
for the next 10 days.
What?
No.
That
Who? Someone
can't
showed up and
be
killed
good,
him?
right?
What?
General
Do
Galtz,
we know-
the
yeah.
personal soldier
Yeah.
of the King Eternal.
What?
Buck?
He just killed Darby? What?
Buck is gonna turn to Davey and ask, is this general fella as scary as he sounds like he should be?
Davey, you've only heard boogie stories about this guy.
Yeah. So think the boogeyman,
Uh-huh.
but
Alright.
he's real and worse.
Gotcha. So,
I
not good
wouldn't
then.
want to come face to face with him if I could avoid it. In terms of him versus Ars Goetia, worse.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
So-
You know that about 100 and some years ago, he was the War Master of the Ebon Legion. But then he left the Ebon Legion to be basically the personal royal guard of the King Eternal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Personal pet.
Yeah. I'd put him more on the level of the Stag Knight. But
Cool.
again, real and full
Alright.
and immortal, probably.
I mean,
Does
the
he
fact
have
that
a-
he
does he
came
have
in
a-
here
does
and
he have a
killed
funny-
Darby should give you another hint.
Yeah.
That's
have-
the concerning part.
Sariel just kind of rubs her hand against the back of her head, like, well, if it came down to it, I think we could beat the Stag Knight, but I wouldn't want to get in a situation where that's necessary.
Does he have an eye that will make him really
We
sad?
might want
Please
to
say
get the
yes.
Stag Knight on our side if we want to go up against him, is really what I would recommend.
Hmm.
How likely do you think that is after our dodgeball gimmick?
More likely than us going up against the General and surviving.
Well,
Well,
alright.
we might
General
not have a
is
choice if,
but you know, your presence here is going to be endangering to the people here.
yeah,
Oh,
maybe we shouldn't be
Yeah,
here
we
instead.
should probably
Understandable.
go.
Understandable.
There is a teleportation circle at the embassy building, right?
There is. She looks at you, like, look, come with me. We'll just go to the embassy building. Even with your ambassadorship revoked, the Sori ambassadorship is off their limits.
Okay.
Harboring war criminals.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like all we did was participate in a legally sanctioned duel.
You say...
Sure.
That's right.
Wait, you say harboring war criminals when she was previously harboring Shulk, who is an actual war criminal.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but
Yeah.
it's it's the difference of what is the King Eternal going to care about.
Fair, but yeah.
The King Eternal was literally
considering one of us
deploying
tried
a
to
war
assassinate
criminal.
him, apparently, I don't think that's going to go well.
Yeah.
So Aerie will
Yep,
lead
power.
you to the teleportation circle, and she will cast the spell to get you guys into Arden's embassy building.
Nyum. And nothing will go wrong here.
I don't see how it could.
Actually, on the way there,
Uh-huh.
she'll say,
Uh-huh.
Alright, we have two options. We can either go to the embassy building, or we can probably do the smart thing, especially with current ongoing events. I can send you to Miura.
I like
Ooh.
the smart thing.
What are the chances if we go to Miura that we'll be able to come back?
Well, you definitely will come back. I'm not letting you leave this as a loose end for me to clean up.
Alright, then yeah, I'd rather be in Miura than the middle of Ulstrom.
How
Yeah.
sunny is Miura?
The reason why I want you to go to Miura specifically is because of things happening in the Rectorum right now.
I don't like the sound of that.
Details, please. Pretty,
no.
please.
I mean, you guys been to the Rectorum, you know what it is.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but
it's a place where all the fucking god sanctified lands meet up, right?
Yeah, but last time we
It
were
is
there,
where-
the Pope got his heart stolen.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
Fair, but you also know that the Rectorum is where gods meet when they need to meet as neutral ground.
Oh, we're having a talk.
I don't want to have a talk.
Cinder's upset with us.
You guys forgot.
Oh!
No, I think what's happening is the gods are having a conversation. We ought to be there for it.
Oh!
Yeah.
This is gonna be good!
I don't think necessarily that the gods are pissed at us, maybe.
Well, some of them are gonna be.
Some of them are gonna be a little spaghetti. What was your champion doing here? Hold on. Oh shit! Oh, this is gonna be good.
Scare Beetle guy is gonna be like, I'm now 0 for 2 on these guys.
yeah, that knocks you out of the tournament. Now stop trying.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing double Elim. Get out.
That's right.
Alright, let's go get yelled at by gods.
Oh, yep.
Maybe they're gonna commend us for how good we did at killing Ars Goetia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure they'll be super happy about that.
Granted, everything we've done in service to stop the destruction of this world. So, you know, they can't be too mad at us.
Maybe a little mad at us, just a little bit as a treat.
Yeah, except for the one guy who wants to destroy everything, right? But like,
Yeah,
no, I don't think
the
anyone
god of
likes it.
destruction.
Yeah, I don't think
he might be a
anyone
little
likes
pissed
it.
at us.
The god's destruction is like, why no destruction?
Yeah.
Hey, we destroyed.
We did destruct a lot of
We
things.
destroyed the fucks
We
out of
did.
that tree.
Fair.
We're doing constructive destruction.
Well, that is what destruction is.
That's right.
And with that, I gotta take a break. I'll be back in a few.
I miss you.
Okay.
Okay.
Cooking.
Eventually you guys will make it to the teleportation circle. And eventually you guys go through the monotony of teleporting to the embassy building in Miura, then being
Anything to
escorted
declare?
out of the Miran embassy building. Is Miura the only country that you didn't go to an embassy building in? You went in Waldensteel. You went in Zosa.
I don't recall going to the Miran embassy.
I don't recall it.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the
don't
only
recall
embassy
either.
building you
We
skipped.
went to Lawrence, right?
Well, Lawrence
Yeah.
Embassy building is just the palace, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only embassy building you skipped. But yeah, you guys go through all of that. I feel like we should probably wait for Davey because he's the only one who doesn't
hasn't been here
Mm-hmm.
or doesn't know. Just
Yeah.
for you
that's-
guys,
that's
it's just
fine.
I need to refresh some things. For him, it's like he needs to learn fresh.
Yeah, it's like, hey, heads up.
Heads up. So as soon as he gets back, we'll just start from as you guys are walking towards the Rectorum from the embassy building.
Yeah.
I was honestly halfway expecting us to end up over in like Alzaria.
See, I thought that our teleportation was going to get interrupted and we'd end up somewhere else. It's like being held for questioning.
Yep.
That would involve Eerie betraying you, but yeah.
I don't think Eerie would do it. I was just thinking like...
Wait, which would involve Eerie betraying us?
If you guys tell
the teleportation being redirected.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking like... Yeah, if there's magic to like redirect teleportation, this would be the place for it. You know, if the King Eternal was like, they're trying to get away, alright, grab them.
I don't think Brawl there's a way to do that.
So, places we haven't been yet are...
Gotta look at the world map.
So we've been to Ulstrom, we've been to Miera and Waldensteel, we've been to Lar and Zoso, so we've explored most of Midara.
Yeah, we haven't been to Baltus.
Have we been to Ishtalat? I forget.
Nope.
No. We've heard of a lot of things that are in Ishtalat, and we'll probably want to go there eventually.
Yeah. We haven't been to Waren at all, and we haven't been to Hugukagan at all.
But we've met people from those places.
You also haven't been to Edox or Sori.
Yeah.
Edox is the only place that, like...
I don't think we've heard much
We have
about
not
that.
heard of any of... Yeah, we haven't heard anything from them. We haven't met anyone from there.
I mean,
that's just like the New Game Plus level 20 zone.
Yeah. Maybe we should go there.
You're like, wait, there's not shit happening in Edox. Let's go.
Yeah.
Vacation spot.
I mean, honestly, the place I'm most interested in going to is Alzaria, just because a deity could just walk around all over that place. It sounds funny.
It's like, hey God, hey.
Which deity was it again? I forget.
Sithixket?
Yeah. The sun god, right?
Yep, and brother to Navi.
Yeah. Who's still 0 for 2.
Right.
Maybe it takes long enough. I might be able to just go and grab my food.
Go do it.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab it then.
It takes him a little bit to
Yeah, we're waiting anyway. It's like...
Might as well go.
I'll be back.
And then we'll wait for you.
Yeah.
I'll keep talking.
Because that's what friends do.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk about nations you've not heard much about, Serenar is like on the top of that list.
Who? Where?
Yeah,
In my
exactly.
house?
I don't think I've even mentioned the nation of Serenar.
I don't think you have. Tell us
Is it even on the map?
Huh?
Is it even on the map? Where is it?
Yeah. Well, go on the maps, and then you click, if you go to Sori, it's the place where the grass is purple.
Do they have a music movement that centers around Celtic style rhythms and instrumentation?
I think the most they mentioned is that Darby talked about vacationing in Altissia is definitely better than Oasis.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Man, I miss Darby.
Altissia is basically fancy Hawaii. It's like the vacation spot.
I can't believe
it's so sad that Darby died.
I can't believe Darby got hit with the warp
angry.
effect.
Got hit with the what effect?
The Worf effect.
I need you to explain this trope to
Is that
me that I
is
don't
that the
know.
strong character gets rolled by a
Yeah,
stronger character?
It's when a
when-
really
Off
strong it's when a
screen.
strong character gets beaten by a bad guy to show how strong the bad guy is.
Yeah.
I see. Right, because
Yeah,
Worf is the
Because even though, it started because Worf was theoretically just the strongest person on the ship. But the bad guy keeps beating the shit out of Worf just to show how bad the bad guy is.
That's just rude.
Yeah, I know. The fact that there's an entire plot device named after it is like...
A whole trope
Poor
named after
Worf.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like Worf from Star Trek.
He's the Klingon,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't mind doing
he's-
warping as long as it's not like the same person being warped every time.
Just fucking mog that guy over and over again.
Yeah, poor fucking Worf.
Yeah, yeah. Vegeta's a very famous victim of this.
Oh yeah, no, Vegeta definitely is. Because, yeah, Goku has to win in the end. Except against Cell where Gohan did it. And then it was like, oh, back to Goku again.
I honestly wish in Resurrection F they let Vegeta have the W.
They need to let Vegeta have the W at some fucking point.
Yeah, I mean Vegeta having the W against Frieza instead of like having Frieza just destroy the world and then they go back.
It would've been poetry.
Finish the job. Like, come on, like really
It
they
would pay off.
had to give it to Goku like at the very end.
Again.
Yeah, I think
Vegeta by all rights earned that one.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that his death was by Frieza's hands, it should have been him.
Yeah, no, it would have
But
been.
for
It would have
Frieza
been,
helped Vegeta and Namek, so he should have paid the favor.
that would have been
and then-
years worth of comeuppance.
Yeah. Shall we just make this an official break and take 3?
Keep talking.
Sure, that'd be fine. And that gives Lilin time to actually eat the food he got, right?
Yeah, let's do an official break. Let's come back in a few minutes.
Okay.
And if they're not back, we'll just continue to have this conversation on stream.
Makes sense. Gives me a
And we'll
chance
be
to go
back.
grab a drink. See you soon, bye.
Hi, Ball.
Hello.
So, you guys have just gone through the entire ordeal of going through the embassy building of Miera. You guys are now in the city of Miera. Davey, you are in a different country. The sun...
How bright is it?
Oh, it's pretty bright.
I don't like it.
Didn't we lend you our sunglasses?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have the sunglasses. I don't like it.
I will also give
This,
you an
this
overcoat.
area kind of looks like a rustic Italian city with like the beautiful roofs and some cobblestone roads and a lot of like villas and stuff.
Maybe looks for shade somewhere.
Perhaps we should buy him a parasol.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna turn into.
Like, or a
I
trench
guess
coat.
we're gonna.
Well,
I guess
this
we're
is
gonna
a
turn into a night ops
this is a
game.
tourist town, so if you want to try to find a
Yeah.
parasol, you can do it so easily.
A lace
I
parasol.
think if I've got anything
Yes.
else that.
As a matter of
helps
fact,
with
you
it.
guys are getting near the Rectorum. This is like a pilgrimage location. There's going to be gift shops.
Mhm.
Oh, yep.
But they're probably not selling a lot of like sun protection stuff, right?
Well, they might
mean-
have like the baseball caps, and they have the symbols of the different gods on them.
That's true.
I mean, are sunlight sensitive races known to travel at all? Like in this
Yeah.
universe?
Look,
That's true. They
it's
might,
a-
yeah.
in real life,
You're right.
they give things for people who are sensitive to the sun as humans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we can get some
So-
SPF like
You're right,
5,000
you're
or
right.
whatever.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could find. I'm sure we could find some stuff for.
Okay, well,
So,
maybe we
Davey.
should do that then.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
take a quick stop, give you like some sunscreen, a cap, and like one of those spray bottles to spray your face from the sun heat to keep yourself.
Wait,
Oh,
so
one
you
of the
mean I
misters.
like put this white stuff on my skin and it blocks the sun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really helpful
It's
for
great.
farming. I'm sure it'll be like, it'll last you a little walk to the Rectorum.
You'll
I
want
can't-
to
I
wear
can't-
that so you don't burn.
Okay, so Davey is just gonna, because he has no idea how it works, he's just gonna start squeezing the bottle all over his skin.
Here, let us help
no,
you.
It's like shit.
No, not that much.
You wanna
Not
spread that out.
not.
Oh, you said on the skin, like directly on your face, not even on your hand.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you do want some
Not
on
like
your face, but
Not that much.
No.
Not that. In fact, I could probably use some. Sorry, I'll just take some and put them on their arms.
The serial show does not
Just
use
wipes a
sunscreen.
dollop off.
Yeah, Sorry, I'll just wipe the dollop off. She's pretty pale,
Yeah.
Mhm. Not the palest one here, apparently.
As
Apparently.
it would be if you stay inside as a fucking scribe.
Hmm.
But
I
yeah,
bet she regrets it
So,
every
Davey,
day.
Serial
Oh.
quickly tells you how to use sunscreen. They put a nice cap on
Okay.
you. You're like, oh yeah, so these things are meant to block the sun. Oh.
Wait, this feels good.
Right?
Really good.
Yeah, we'll
if you-
get some extra for you.
If you want to like complete the look, you can also get like a tourist shirt for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he is in armor currently, isn't he?
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
like, the XXL so it fits over the armor.
Mhm.
The quadruple XL.
I visited the gods, and all I got was the stupid T-shirt.
Yeah, something like that. As a matter of fact, while you guys are like hitting the shops, Buck,
Yeah. No,
there's
sorry.
a shop that has cowboy hats.
Replacement hat time. Finally,
Do it. Let's do it.
I go in.
Yep. And this place, it's not that far away. Like, this is like a neighboring country to Waldensteel. So it's not like Waldensteel
Mhm.
culture is lost here. And you see like
Yeah.
an old, like very round man with like a Colonel Sanders facial hairstyle. And like a plaid shirt and a hat. He looks like he's like,
Hmm.
yo. He takes
Howdy.
a second to get up, like he does a bit of a struggle from the weight. He is a big
Hmm.
guy. And he walks over, he's like, "Oh, how can I get to you?"
Well, I used to have a hat like this, but kind of left it behind somewhere. I was looking to find a good replacement.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. And he takes off his hat and puts it over his heart.
Buck goes to do the same, but then, no hat.
Yeah.
Losing a hat is definitely a terrible thing, because this thing, he kind of like looks at his hat, puts it back on his head. I've had this thing for 30 years. When you choose a hat, it ain't just a hat. It's a life partner.
Sure is. The hat saw me through a lot.
Aww.
Alright, well,
Wow.
let me see if I can get you a good replacement. And we do
Davey
get
is
all of
gonna-
our leathers directly from Walden Steel, so you're getting the good stuff.
This is
Just
so
like
Davey's gonna
awesome.
kind of lean into Sariel and it's like, does he fuck the hat?
No.
Sarah just kind of like, Sarah just kind of looks at him like in a weird way with like her like trying to hide a fucking like a minor flush.
Oh no, you flustered Sariel. It never happens.
She did not expect that at all.
I mean, there's a bit of Davey doesn't understand cowboy culture, so.
Mm-hmm. Not
Oh, yeah.
every cowboy fucks their hat.
the look,
Just the
look
best cowboys.
Yeah.
the look that Sariel gives Davy would just convey a, God, I hope not.
Most cowboys reserve that for their horses.
The thought had never even crossed my
Whoa!
I mean, he
Nice,
said it was his
Owen.
life partner.
Damn.
Oh no.
Anyway.
The hats.
Anyway.
Dangerously close to making a Mr. Hands joke here. Oh, wait, there it is.
What? Is this something?
Don't worry about it.
The hats.
This turned way less wholesome somehow. This was such a
Yeah.
wholesome experience.
Yeah.
I don't suppose this shop sells, like, magically enchanted hats of some sort.
Roll a percent check.
Percent, okay. So / R1D100. 71?
There's now a 71% chance that they do.
Well,
Ah.
it's not a
How that
percent.
works.
Or maybe the hats are...
I was making a 100% chance. The check was to see how rare I would let it be.
Okay. I thought I was going to be like, the hats are 71% enchanted now.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
second.
Damn.
Magic items, search name hat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there's a lot of hat. Oh, there's not as many hat-based items as I expected.
Yeah, let's see,
Not-
like
not
the hat
as
disguise
many.
is the big one.
Yeah, let's just get it. Let's just get him a fucking cowboy hat of intellect.
Wouldn't it be a Naz hat then? No? Okay.
Just
I mean, hey, if you want to have another item where that has the same function but it's a hat,
Oh,
Yeah,
but,
like
you know,
the
wait,
poncho protection.
All right. Jojo,
Here's the question.
hear me out.
Wait, real quick. How
Mhm.
many attunements do you have right now? I don't want to give you attunement item if you're juggling that.
That depends. Is Corpse Slayer Spear an attunement item? I don't remember if it is.
I will look it up right
Because
now.
the ones I know are
I don't believe
attunement.
it is. Wait,
I
no, it is.
know-
It is.
It is? Okay, so there's that. The Cloak of Protection. And currently I have the the Eldritch Claw tattoo, so 3.
Yep.
Okay.
But
I'll
hear
take it
me
for
out,
something like
Jojo.
that. I'm listening.
I mean, I'm happy to trade out the Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Headband of intellect, but instead of it being intellect, it's charisma, and it's a cowboy hat.
Oh,
Well, I'm trying to do something that isn't attunement so that I'm not.
hmm.
The Lilin seemed to
It-
like it.
If it has to be an attunement item, I'm okay with it. The Eldritch Claw tattoo has not served me well
And
aside from that
is
last fight, so maybe I should keep
fair.
it.
Yeah, that is fair. Let me go back to the
Mhm.
hats.
So I'd be happy to let that go.
I'm a big fan of the charisma cowboy hat idea.
That's a fun idea.
Maybe advantage on the charisma checks if he tips the hat.
Boy, oh boy, do we need that.
Once per day, you may tip the hat.
You may always tip the hat, but only once per day doesn't benefit you.
He would
Yeah.
be.
Well,
Right.
the tipping the hat is the
More than
activation
emotionally,
phrase.
that is.
Yeah.
All right.
He would be unstoppable.
Do you want in a because keeping the same rarity as headband of intellect, I can do the same thing if charisma. If that's something you want.
It's really tempting.
It's such a cute idea.
Yes. I'll go. I'm going to commit to it.
Okay.
I love it.
So, 5,000. I'll say 5,000 mirrors, so 500 gold equivalent.
Nice.
I'm doing the math for it before I do any of the roleplay of it.
Okay.
Just to make sure
5,000.
that
Yeah,
we-
I can afford that.
Okay. Eventually, he'll start looking through, and you start looking through, and you keep trying a few hats. You're like, oh, this one's nice. This one's nice. Nothing's really feeling right. Eventually,
Yeah.
you see, like, on the top shelf, there's a very fancy hat box.
Excuse me. How about that one? Buck will motion towards the box.
Oh, that one. Well, if you're gonna get a partner, that one's as good as any. 1 second. And he goes to the back for a second, then comes out with a step stool. And takes a few steps up and brings the hat box down. And it opens up, and you see this very elegant cowboy hat.
Ah.
Wow.
It's like full leather. It's got like some embroidering on some of the edgings. It's got a belt around the I don't know what it's called where the brim touches just the actual. I'm trying to think of what the fucking hat terms are, and I'm like,
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It has to be terms. I eventually need to look for terms for this. And it is
Anatomy of a hat.
magnificent.
That's a very central part of this campaign.
And then he'll tell you the price of 5,000 mirin.
Yeah, Buck is going to try it on and kind of look himself in the mirror and give a nod.
Yep. It
And
fits
then,
perfectly.
Yeah, he's gonna fish out his wallet and
In fact, you
hand
don't even,
over
you
the
don't
money.
really wear it because it fits exactly as your old hat did. So you're so used to that fit that you just don't feel it.
The dream. Yeah,
Destiny.
Buck is gonna say, "I'll take it."
Very well. And he'll take the money. He'll tip his hat to you.
Yeah, Buck will tip his new hat.
Yep.
Woohoo!
So now
go.
Buck is extra charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
you gotta. Now you
It
gotta.
sets my
plus
charisma to
4 bonus.
19.
Yep, you're set your
Okay.
charisma to 19. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Buck's gonna walk out and Yvette's gonna be like, damn, has he
Yeah,
always been
Buck
this
is
hot?
basically glowing. He is a new cowboy.
Mhm.
But Buck just looks
Go
hotter
there.
now.
What the fuck is this glow up?
Yeah, Buck steps out of the hat shop and stands in front of his group and says, "That feels better."
Everyone swoons.
Well, you know, Buck,
Random
I've been too
pieces of
sold on the hat,
passing
but
by
there's something
swoon.
about this one.
It really fits.
Looks great.
That is a jump from
It's
charisma
not so-
9 to charisma 19.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was your dump stat. Even though we kept
It was one of two.
checks.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That's
amount
partially the
of
reason why I thought it'd be.
checks you've had to make in the past.
You've
It's
had to-
insane.
You've had to negotiate so many things.
No,
Mhm.
that's also another reason why I thought charisma would be good, but also it's also just very fitting for what for what the hat does.
Oh yeah,
It's
absolutely.
true.
It's a cool hat.
It
Yeah.
is very
Mhm.
cool.
Well,
And now your
All right, I'm
hat is
happy.
now since you have a magic hat, it's also disintegrate proof.
This
Yippee!
is also
yeah.
true.
The dream.
I cannot disintegrate your hat.
Ah,
The funny
safety.
thing is, if you came out with a normal hat, I'd be like, all right, Jojo, I'd like to now disintegrate Lillian's new life partner,
No,
Oh,
but not actually.
Yeah.
that'd be like the start of my
That's-
villain arc. I'm pretty sure.
That would be cruel.
So,
That would be
makes sense.
so cruel.
now that Buck has a new hat and Davey has all the Taurus stuff on.
Mhm.
Did my computer just freeze? Oh.
What?
The heck?
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
stream
turn
is a
off.
little funky.
1 second. I think there was a hiccup.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
okay. It looks like stream is okay. Your model is just frozen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think it's just VTube Studio that froze.
Mm.
let
Oh,
me
great.
close
Just
VTube
you know,
Studio
the
and reopen
important
it.
part.
Okay. While I'm doing that,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
so, unless there's anything else you guys have to do y'all just go ahead and head to the Rectorum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good for that.
Alright, you guys get up there, and there is a huge crowd at the Rectorum.
Oh, that's a
And
good
you
sign.
see that there's various people, investments that are kind of keeping a line. It looks like something is happening, and you guys gotta have to like push through some crowds.
There's not another impaled pope, is there?
The same one.
The same
Yeah,
one
the same one.
impaled
It's
again.
like, oh, it's good to be brought back to life now that my heart's been returned to life.
Yeah.
Wow, my
It's
spleen.
good to be back. Ugh.
Yeah. That would be our luck. That's how things
Mhm.
go.
You guys noticed that the first thing you see in the distance is a red light.
Concerning.
At first, you're like, wait, is that fire? But after a bit, you realize, no, that's Rayo.
Oh,
Excuse?
Oh, yeah, it is fire.
Hi.
Oh dear.
Because, you know,
I want to
the
go
very
home.
center of the Rectorum is this, like, gazebo-like structure. And on top of that, there's, like, this perch that Rayo is on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy.
And people are trying to get a good look at the Rectorum.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Erie
Oh,
is
we've
kind
seen him
of, like,
before. It's okay.
We're gonna get yelled at.
Erie is kind of, like, pushing people aside to, like, get through. In the
Okay.
front.
Following.
Eventually, you see that there's, like, a gate area. And Erie, like, still a couple of people in front of her just, like, pulls out her identification card and, like, pulls it in front. And, like, the guy on the other side of the gate reads it for a second and kind of whistles. And eventually they kind of hold some of the people back as she gets in and lets you guys in as well.
Yippee.
Great.
Erie looks exhausted after that. I was like, oh, I hate people so much.
What's the big guy doing here?
Which one? And as she gets up the steps, you see that pretty much most of the gods are here.
I don't want to be here right now.
As a
Oh, you don't want to
reminder
talk to the gods?
As a reminder to most of you, and a new thing for Davey, you see that there's a giant platform. And the platform is divided into 8 wedges. And at the center of the 8 wedges, there's this gazebo-like structure. And you see that Rayo is perched on this as, like, a neutral person. And in each of these wedges, there is a throne. And 6 of these 8 thrones have gods currently sitting in them. You see that.
Which ones are
Which 2 are empty?
Okay, we'll start with Misted and then go around the circle. Because the 2 that are empty
Okay.
are side by side anyway. So
Gee,
you
I
look
wonder which they could.
Yeah, I wonder which 2 it could be. You see
Mhm.
what looks like just a ball of blue cloth with shadowy hands coming out of it. And these shadowy hands
Hi.
are all holding masks.
Right,
One
so there's the
of the
Mistin
hands
group.
is currently there's 2 hands that are currently towards what would be considered the face area. One that has kind of this like contemplative pose, and the other one that's kind of like scratching it in kind of a thinking position.
The thinkery.
Yeah, the thinker. Then beside that, you see that there's this elegant, almost fayish creature with leaves and thorns and branches coming out of her. A god you've not met, but you recognize immediately as Quitana,
Okay.
who is the chaotic good god of nature.
You fixed your tree.
Then moving on, a familiar god, a man in this dullish gold armor and brown hair that comes out like a lion's mane, as you see Sindor.
I pull out my
Hi,
plushie.
Sandor.
You get your... And then beside that, you see a man in platinum armor with a red cape and blue trimmings and blonde hair, as you see Attenuous.
Hey, we met him one time.
Well, some of us did. Grab the
Nice.
boy.
Yep.
Then you also see a man who has his head replaced as like this almost eagle-like face.
Ah.
He is currently shirtless as he's just letting his pecs hang out. There's a couple see that are just these skeletal figures fanning him. As you see Sithixcat. And then you see an angel clad in platinum, 2 majestic white eagle wings with 1/3 deformed wing and eternal tears coming from her face.
Hi, Ultima.
Hi, Ultima.
Hi, Miss Ultima.
And then there are 2 empty thrones between Ultima and Mistin.
So...
Gee, do we see the King of Rex Mortis or Nofty here?
Yeah, that's not them. They ain't here.
Those are the empty thrones.
Nofty heard we were coming, didn't want our smoke.
You didn't want a stop sign to the fucking face.
You guys know that each one of these plates is considered to be sacred and therefore consecrated by their individual gods. And you see that there's an outer ring that seems to be having a lot of people stand out them, possibly champions and servants of those gods.
Now, even though those 2 thrones are empty, are there followers of Nofty and what's his name there?
It does not appear to be so.
Okay, thank you.
That's weird.
Yeah, they just didn't show up at all?
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Me neither.
That's mighty sus.
What manner of bullfuckery is going on here?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not a good sign at all.
What the fuck is my computer doing? Okay, I'm just...
It's a good question.
I just heard my engine, like the engine's rev on my PC. I'm like, what the fuck?
Ah.
I probably need to like do some maintenance on my PC at some point.
Maybe.
Anyway. You see that there's a conversation they are in mid-conversation. And it looks like Rayo is kind of acting as kind of like a mediator. He's up there and just moderating all the conversations as the neutral god.
Always at work.
Yep.
What kind of conversations are going on?
Yeah, who's
You-
who
That require moderation.
You hear that it's
Got
currently
to fix it.
Sendor's turn to talk. And he is currently
Uh-oh.
speaking as he says, "It is clear that this shouldn't be considered a violation, as this is only correcting the violation that came into place in the first place. If anyone should be responsible for what happened, it should be Dr. Alwyn Gahn."
Oh no, we're on trial.
I'm pretty sure that even though the rules are we weren't supposed to stay out of consecrated areas, I think there should be some leniency and forgiveness if one of us were to be dragged out of it. And there's kind of like a nods type of deal.
Oh, that's what they're talking.
That's their current agenda conversation. And they they start taking their turns. It seems as though they keep taking turns talking their opinions, and it in general seems that most people are just for Attenuous's actions.
That's good.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, the two people who probably would have an opinion otherwise aren't here, so.
Right, he's
Yeah.
the lawful one, so the fact that it's him that's, being judged for it means that he's not there to cast a vote against himself, really.
Against himself? What are you talking about?
Is this not about him violating the airspace to grab Ultima?
Yeah, but you said he's not here. What do you mean?
I just meant,
No,
he's not part of the vote casting about who should, is it okay that he did the thing, right? He can't really say that, oh yeah, I should definitely be booted out.
Yeah,
It's been a
I
long
hope you
week.
wouldn't.
They in general just agree that talk about it, and Rayo speaks. So it's like, all right, so we are all in agreement that if one of us were to be dragged out by an individual, that it's okay within as minimal meddling with the mortal affairs that we should rectify this personally. And there's kind of a nod. Rayo speaks as like, all those in favor, and then you hear a bunch of ayes. And those opposed, and you don't hear anyone say anything.
Yippee!
Rayo then speaks out and says, well, now that that order of business is done, we do have a tangential piece of information that we need to speak about. And Rayo kind of looks at Sindor and is like, since you brought him up anyway.
Oh.
Now that Attenuous has been absolved for this incident, we need to talk about Dr. Alwyn Gahn's involvement.
Death penalty. Death penalty.
1,000 years dungeon.
He
1 million years dungeon.
He turns around towards where Ultima is. I apologize if this might be a little sudden, but before we even have any discussion, we probably need testimony. Ultima kind of has her head down. She kind of wipes a little bit of the black tears from her face.
Oh.
She's eternally crying. It doesn't even.
Yeah.
It's a whole
I
thing.
know, but it's like
Yeah.
she's more sadder than normal. It feels like.
She's been through a lot.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple days.
Exactly.
She kind of walks forward, looks up. Rhea looks at us like, so, before we have any conversation in these proceedings, I would like you to be the first to speak about this incident. Ultima hesitates for a second. Speaks up and says, I would like all charges to Dr. Alwingon to be dropped.
Hey, what the fuck?
What? Huh?
Man.
What? Huh?
Dude,
What?
what's your wife doing?
What? Huh?
He says that, everyone starts silent like a what? And then everyone's like in silent awe, and then there's a what?
Excuse?
Huh? What?
Move to
I object.
recess. She needs to speak with her legal counsel.
Barney, run.
Worried.
Okay,
I say for a second and ask Ultima, would you care to elaborate? She eventually responds with a no.
I'd like for her to elaborate. This is.
Yeah.
I'm looking around at the other champions of Ultima if they're here, just searching them, like how are they reacting? Like what? Huh?
Okay, I've just got back. What I miss?
Ultima says she's not going to charge
all the charges against
Yeah.
Dawn.
She's dropping charges against Gon.
Ultima's
she
request
is?
charges against
Rayo
Gon to be
asked
dropped.
for. Yeah, Rayo asked for her testimony. She was just like, I would like to drop
Instead of
all
saying her
charges
testimony,
against
she was
Dr.
like,
Malyk.
I would like all charges against him to be dropped.
She's got to be mind controlled, right? Or else he's got
No.
leverage.
No, there might.
probably
yeah,
got leverage,
might be
though.
leverage.
I'm just gonna pray to Ultima really quick. You know, just be like, hey, everything all
What
right?
the fuck?
What? we need to, like them to take a recess so we can talk to her privately.
I mean, do you request it? I mean, there's at least one champion here, so.
Hey, champion.
Or
Can you
request
request a
a
recess?
recess.
Nudge, nudge.
And you see
Push,
that
push.
there are people that are in the wedges that look like they're champions and such.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm looking at the other champions too. Like what are they saying? Like saying and doing at this?
They seem to be standing strong and stoic.
Be less stoic.
Oh, so compliant. Cool.
Oh
I
no!
mean, when Ultima gives an order or a command, they obey.
To be fair, we didn't receive any such commands.
Fuck shit up.
Request a recess, boy.
The champions aren't going to request Ultima.
Tell your wife we need
I'm
to
gonna get in so much trouble for this.
You're already in trouble. It's fine.
I'm gonna raise my hand and request a recess for this.
Do you do it from the outer circle, or do you go into the wedge?
Oh,
You are a champion.
I'm an impetuous piece of shit. I'm going in.
Alright, so you walk into the ultimate wedge and raise your hand.
Yep.
Everyone looks at you.
I would like to request a recess, Mr. Rayo.
The champions of Ultima turn to look at you.
Staring.
I look back and just like you see this, right? You see this,
As
right?
you say that, Sindor stands up and is like, I would also request the recess.
Hooray!
Yippee!
Yeah.
The homie.
The homie's got our back.
Yeah.
Saying a quiet prayer of thanksgiving to Sindor.
Mm-hmm.
Rayo kind of sighs, like, alright, take a recess. In 1 hour, we will reconvene.
Thank you very much, your brilliance, sir.
Your rareness.
Brilliance.
Your radiance.
Your flaminess, sir.
You watch as Sindor gets up and immediately goes under the gazebo of Reo. Stands in front of the entrance to the wedge of Ultima. Looks at her, is like, "Do I have permission to enter?" She kind of nods as Sindor enters that wedge. You see that some of the other guards aren't convening and stuff. Attenuous kind of just stays seated where he is as some of his champions move in front of him for a discussion.
Yeah, I throw a quick look in Attenuous's direction. They immediately go to like you know, close distance with Ultima. Just like Miss Ultima, I know that we've been a little busy and haven't talked much, but is everything okay? Are you?
Everything is fine. I got what I needed. I may have been a little careless, but everything is fine now.
That's not
Doesn't answer our
ominous.
questions.
And Sindor stands in front of him as she says that. Then he looks at
How would you?
you, Carney.
Yeah.
Is everything alright? I, heard about Ulster while this meeting was happening.
Oh, yeah. Trees been cut down. There was a spooky shadow and everything. That's. Actually, wait. I don't know if that's actually what's important right now, but kind of. What do you? Is there a plan here? I mean, Dr. Gon seems to be in charge of a lot of like really weird, like crazy nonsense. You were in danger there. Like I don't understand what's going on here.
Well, we've been trying to figure out what to do with Gon for a while, which is why this is not the first time any of these council meetings have mentioned him. He looks at Ultima, kind of gets on a knee and says, "Are you going to tell me what happened?" She kind of shakes her head.
Turning
Well, that's happening.
folds arms.
While that's happening,
Oh.
the rest of the party, who is not inside the Ultima Wedge,
Yeah.
Correct.
you guys are overhearing this, and you hear a voice going, "Oh man, getting steamy over here." As you look over, and Dr. Alwyn goes,
Wait, what?
You.
Son of a bitch.
Of course he
Get
is.
out of here.
Boo. Tomato, tomato.
So Zara just kind of crosses her arms and says, "You want to tell us what's happening?" She's not.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, there's just conversations, you know, regular God meetings, you know.
I need you to be really specific and like clear about what exactly is going on, please.
Well, I mean, they just finished the first agenda, which is whether or not Attenuous should be charged with anything, and now they're on the second agenda, which is whether or not I.
Now I want to know
be charged with
why she's flip flopped on you specifically being a scumbag.
You know. Things happen, agreements were made. She got rewarded in the end. It's fine.
Deals with you don't often go fine.
Oh, so lucky I don't hear him and can't see. Charge
Yeah,
over the
well, you
biggest-
know.
Oh.
Sometimes breakthroughs are needed.
And what kind of breakthrough did you and her have?
The one where you have to break through things to break through.
Is it legal to punch him? I don't remember.
Are you asking if assault
I mean-
is legal?
Just cast banishment.
Can they stop us?
The fuck out of here.
Be gone from my sight.
Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this vote's gonna go fine. I mean, look at me. I'm not even in custody.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. It's gonna be fine.
And what's your plan if the vote doesn't go in your favor?
Improvise.
I don't like that. His improvisation always ends up with people getting pretty screwed over.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that humming is just him in character.
Oh, that was him in character. Yeah, it absolutely
Yeah,
was.
he's just bobbing on the balls of his feet next to us, humming.
He does not seem in
absently.
the least bit worried about this.
I hate
Also,
this man.
Whenever I think of Alwyn Gone, I literally just think of Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear. That's who I think of.
Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, Jack.
Yeah,
I mean, he basically gave you that spiel.
but that's what I imagine he looks like too. Is the thing.
He played ball.
Used to play college ball, you know.
Oh boy.
So, Dr. Arungan is sitting there humming. Look here, it's like, such a beautiful day. You've been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy dealing with
Cleaning
your
up your
stuff.
messes.
Actually, that is tongue true, ain't it?
Speaking of your messes, which one did you create with Ultima that's made her change her mind on you? You can tell us.
Well, you know, I did some experiments, and in the end, she got the results of those experiments, so it's a bit, you know.
And the results of those experiments had something to do with her blood matching that Titan then?
Match of the Titan.
No, the angel.
The angel, sorry. Or what? No, it was in the first vault that we went into.
With Virtue.
With
Virtue.
Virtue?
Virtue, yeah.
No, that's not a Titan.
Sorry.
That's the angel, right?
I got my terminology messed up. There's so many.
That was in fact an angel, correct?
Yeah. Well, it was.
It had the appearance. It's about as angelic as an Inira's, where it has kind of those features without actually being an angel.
Yeah, but I thought Virtue not one of the ancients?
No.
Daughter.
She's one
His daughter.
of the
The
children
daughter.
of the
Daughter.
ancients.
Children of the Ancients. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't have all the dots put together.
Her father was
had
the
them very
ancient
close,
justice. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a headband.
Right.
It was a cowboy hat of charisma, not of intellect. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You don't suddenly know things.
I'm just good at making things up.
Doggo really wants to play now.
Puppy.
I'm scratching him while we're talking. Which is
Yeah.
it's making me hard to be sinister while I'm petting dog.
Mm-hmm.
I would think
You need
that
a
would make
cat.
you the most sinister.
It'd be a cat if
It's a
there
good
was-
sinister
Yeah,
puppy.
like
Is
movie-
it you? Is it you?
Movie villains always are
If I was
petting
stroking a cat, I could be
cats.
very villainous.
Yeah.
Dog would be even more villainous, just because. But yeah,
Well, I mean, cat invokes Dr. Evil, though.
yeah.
True.
Anyway,
Uh huh.
Cora kind of made me forget my train of thought.
You were just about to
Good,
tell
Cora.
us all the details
Oh, yeah,
about
you were
Dr.
like-
Gon's
Mhm.
discussion.
Talking about related to the angel. It's like, I don't know about angels, but I assume what you mean is virtue.
Yeah, that one.
She may have gotten the results of those tests.
Do you
And what
want to
were they?
share those results
In
with the rest of the
exchange
class?
for what?
That's, HIPAA violations and all that.
HIPAA doesn't.
There's
exist.
no
Why do you care
HIPAA.
about that?
What, the hippopotamus violation?
That's right. That's about being a good doctor.
No, it's the
One of which you are not.
That's right. You've already violated your hippopotamus oath.
Hippopotamus.
Well, things are happening. And she sees me as a good source of information for now, She's probably going to be a lot more careful with dealings with me, but I don't think she wants to finish her dealings with me.
Hmm.
Oh. Sarl just says in a very cheerful tone, well, you're going to be a lot more careful with dealing with us as well, so I guess it goes both ways.
Of course. So, Malyk, huh?
Yeah.
We cleaned up that mess pretty well.
Huh. Good for you.
So why do you decide to plant that anyways?
Did someone have something on you?
Things.
You're being
It seems
a
like
lot more vague than you usually are.
It's really
true.
It's really funny that you decided to make your presence known to us and then just decide to be incredibly vague. You could have very well just not shown up at all.
Listen.
No, he wants attention.
I'll answer it like this. Sometimes I need to do science projects for myself, but that doesn't pay, so sometimes I need to do things for other people so I can get the grants I need for the things I want to do.
And I imagine
so was the contract. Gotcha.
I imagine you putting Infinite Darkness over Ulstrom was a paying job then.
I mean, you already saw me doing contracts back in the oil rig.
Yeah. And with Advanced Alchemy.
Yeah. Advanced Alchemy has been a continued employment, but, they only give me a steady pay rather than some extravagance pay that I need.
So you needed a little extra money. That's how it worked out.
Science ain't cheap.
Oh, look at me. I commissioned atrocities for a vampire royalty. Ooh.
I mean, he commits atrocities all the friggin' time.
Yeah, this isn't new. This is not new information that we're getting.
Yeah.
See him?
I mean, I did empty the place out, so I don't think you really found anything important there.
I did roll that 20 investigation for those gems. I still haven't rolled yet.
I will give them to you if you remind me after session. Roleplay first. You have gems.
We'll get there when we get there.
Oh, look! You just said
there yet?
I found anything there because I cleaned it out, and I'm just like, well, I'm not actually even sure myself yet.
I might have left some gems over, and I'm not even going to ask for those back.
You'll have to excuse us if we don't hand anything back over after what we went through.
Honestly, you deserve it.
Yeah, I think we could all agree that we've earned it.
Yep, I think.
I mean, how long does something have to be abandoned before you could just claim for yourself anyway?
That does seem to be your.
Spoken like a real grave robber, yeah.
Who told you?
We've been around the world. And we went into one vault with you.
Yeah.
But who told you was to the grave robber comment?
Oh.
We've been around it. Blocks.
We know you.
We've met you.
It's pretty clear that you desecrate a grave. Quick talk.
Yeah, well. And while this conversation happens, Carney.
Yep.
You are having this conversation with Sindor Ultima, with some of the champions kind of staying silent and out of it. Sindor is like on his knees and taking a single knee in front of Ultima sitting down, having this like conversation with her. He looks over at you, and he's like, well, I guess what's important is that she's safe at least. The real question is, what can we do to keep it that way?
I imagine having gone in, in chains or at least a timeout corner.
That would be nice.
I think a timeout corner sounds like the perfect punishment for him, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, could you imagine the indignity?
Like a high chair.
With a dunce cap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I share with a dunce cap that he's just magically bound to.
Oh.
The cursed dunce cap.
To go with the charisma cowboy hat.
It's a cursed version of the hat of intelligence.
Yes.
It sets your intelligence score to 2.
And the curse is that you have to look at a corner at all times.
God.
If there's a corner, you have to look at it.
I'm just gonna say, okay.
You're charmed to 2 corners, and you have to like get alert like a siren song to corners.
Well, I'm gonna say to Ultima, well, okay, you don't wanna press a charge in the court of the gods, sure. Does that also mean that you don't want us to beat him up if he becomes a problem? Because it sounds like Dr. Gon's gonna be a problem in a little while, or he's gonna keep being a problem, and I kind of can't do anything if I'm under a gag order from you, but otherwise, I don't know what to do in case he comes knocking at your door again. I don't even know how we did that in the first place. It's kind of worrisome. I don't like the idea of him being around to do more weird bad stuff.
If you need to deal with him due to his future crimes, not crimes he's committed in the past.
Not Titan, not the weird dragon abomination things that's going on with Advanced Alchemy, kidnapping you, the oil rig, King Eternal, the tree, none of that, really.
For now, no.
Can the god of nature press charges against him for the tree?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just wondering, like, out of character.
Yeah,
like,
surely Cortana.
Can the god of nature press charges against him for the whole tree thing?
Well, the tree is like natural, right? It grew from a heart.
Sort of, but like it also
it's not
created...
like a crime against nature.
No, but it created like a horrible nighttime that screwed with the day cycle for years and years.
Yeah, but I feel like if there was a time for her to press charges, it was when it was planted.
But we didn't know who did it.
Like statute of limitations might be up by now.
Also, you're not even entirely sure if they know.
I don't know if that goes for holy crimes.
Yeah. Well,
it was I did just drop that to Ultima that playing the tree was him.
Yeah, she still kind of shakes her head about it.
Miss Ultima, are you sure that everything's okay? I mean, I don't want to pry, I really don't, but a lot of concerning things have happened.
I made a deal with him, and he did those things in order to complete the deal, even if it wasn't without my permission.
So, you're under the effects of a promise. What I'm saying?
In a way, I don't like the method that he fulfilled the promise in, but it was still under my... I still asked for it in a way.
No, baby, you don't have to say you asked for it.
Do you want me to punch me in the face for you at some point?
You can punch him in the face for all I care. Just he needs to stay around for a bit.
Get her to define how long a bit is.
Yeah, I was about to say, how long is he necessary for?
That's why I said judge him on future crimes. If he continues to be a problem, deal with him then.
Okay, well, I guess you should just to really like be on the level of talking about here with Gone Being Dangerous. We found something in the tree was in kind of worrisome. We don't know the whole thing called end weapon.
End weapon.
Mm-hmm. I'm not good with this whole science, technical, and crystal stuff, but it sounds like really bad news. I think of something that would be last resort to get out of here in case things go. I know, interested in getting out of the encompassing realms, way to punch a hole with. What I'm understanding, we don't have a full picture, but it's still very concerning. Something called end weapon doesn't exactly evoke a lot of confidence.
Pause on that for a second, and she kind of looks over her shoulder at one of the champions. Get him now. The champion looks at her, is like, yes, milady, and turns around and walks away.
Get that guy.
Wait, I had a moment. What was said to get him?
The end weapon.
In weapon mentioned.
Ultima turned to one of the champions and like, go get him. Alright, to the rest of the party, you guys are in the middle of this conversation with Gon, and a champion of Ultima approaches.
Oh.
Sir?
He looks at Gon and says, the lady asked for your immediate presence.
Ooh.
Ooh, someone's in trouble.
Well, yeah, I guess we have to talk eventually. He looks over and is like, oh. He looks over where Carney is. He hasn't been talking, has he?
I know him.
He knows
We're talking about something.
Sorrel smiles. You know how much her friend likes to talk.
He's not really a talker, I would say.
What has he said? Oh, great.
He's more of a shower.
Sorrel just
Maybe
says,
we should,
Sorrel says, I wonder why you'd be worried about that. Clearly, everything's good, right?
Yeah,
Buck is gonna ask the champion who came over. Do you think there'd be any issue if we went over with you to join up with a friend over there?
I will go ahead and see if you have permission to enter the wedge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you see the champion goes over and whispers in Ultima's ear. And you see Ultima holds her hand out and kind of gives a 2-finger come here wave.
Yay!
Trotting over obediently.
So, and Dr. Awengan walks in as that is happening, and I guess you guys follow behind.
Yeah, with the shitty.
We want a front row seat for this.
Do I see Gon?
Yeah, you see Gon.
You! How could I double over and deck him? I'm just gonna give him a quick little deck in the jaw!
So you say you.
You don't know how bad.
Me?
I'm gonna slug him!
If you are, make an attack roll.
Reckless?
Please.
I would say you might want to rage.
You probably are raging, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't have an strike, but just I'm just gonna do the club as a. Oh, ignore the Great Weapon Master.
Reckless?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
yeah, reckless.
-6 because you're not proficient.
No, for unarmed strike.
No, everyone's proficient in unarmed strikes. Even wizards are proficient. We just don't.
You just don't add anything to it's just one.
Yeah, it's just 1 plus strength, so he's just gonna take 6 damage. Oh no, not
rage
6.
damage,
Sorry.
right? Plus rage damage.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Break his nose.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, outside of Monk, Barbarian is the second best at punching things.
Hmm.
Actually, this actually hurts a tiny bit. So.
Okay,
Oh,
so
do you get to
one
use
plus
your?
strength
Do you get
plus
to use
rage.
your? Do you get to use your divine? Divine
Oh yeah, is
fury?
this an enemy of Ultima? Does she do the
Nope.
paperwork while
No,
God's
just
walking
basic.
over?
I'm just waiting for a calculation of damage here.
So 3, 8.
If there's radiant in there, he's immune to it. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So it's just it's just a flat 5 damage.
Okay. So you just give him
Wow.
a plunk. Because, actually, no, I did kind of deserve that. Yeah. You happy?
I had to think about it.
He had to think. He was like, He was like, should I be angry about this? Nah.
No,
A
that's
little
good.
more, you asshole.
Well, hello to you too.
What are you doing? What are you even doing here? I thought you were off doing whatever weird dragon science nonsense that you usually get up to.
I've been summoned. What do you want from me? Speaking of being summoned, then Ultima like turns her head towards him. She stands up and looks at him. She's like, "End weapon."
It's gone go pale.
Yeah, you gotta go.
All eyes on Gon.
I mean, he's already pale, but he kind of has this very like.
Blanches a bit. Oh, that's. I love to see it.
You love to see it.
God, I
Yeah.
wish we had
Explain
popcorn.
yourself.
Right?
Look, I did not spend a lot of time coming up with that name. I would have come up with a much better name. Do I really need to explain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Function. Yeah. Function.
I am
What
not-
are you doing making this
I
command for a
am
super
not
weapon?
very good at branding. What do you want from me?
That's not what I need. I know you're
Maturing.
bad at it, Mr. Advanced Alchemy, Dr. Alwyn Gon, Dragon Boy. No.
Okay, so it's not about being called the end weapon?
It's about what it does to be called the end weapon.
Why are you building a world-ending super weapon?
It doesn't necessarily have to be world-ending.
What does it do?
It's just a machine that's powered by end crystal.
To do?
Theoretically, just travel.
Travel
With
away.
What happens?
what effect?
Because what happens if
Walk
you
us
travel?
through it. You like explaining your plans, don't you?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
look.
love talking.
The original plans was just be a transportation device.
Mm-hmm.
From here to
I thought that-
to the outer realm.
I thought that was the point of Titan.
You know, I have to have multiple cookies in the oven.
Uh-huh. I seem to recall there being one particular cookie that results in this entire world being destroyed when it's used.
Yeah, this one is the one that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I went to Ultima just with my arms. He's a snake.
Oh,
He's a snake.
don't worry, the project's on ice.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
I think for the sake of the world, you should probably be on ice too, but you know, it's not within my power, not immediately.
Those
Wait,
plans were in a vault
on.
directly underneath the tree. What are the chances that someone, like, say, you know, a dryad who can go anywhere in that tree, popped down there and took a look?
And what are the chances that, some vampire royalty also know a thing or two about that, considering one of their ghosts was inside the tree?
Wait, do you have the plans? Did you bring it with you?
None of your business.
Why?
Oh, it's the GM's asking.
I just need to look at something if you do have it.
In that case, we don't have it.
No, too bad. Disney.
I just wanted to check. I can't remember whether or not a certain function was installed. And
Which function?
You can tell us what the function is, and then we'll check it later when we're back where it is.
Well, depending on what was put in there, I'm forgetful, so I don't know it. Can determine whether or not the King Eternal could use it or not.
Ah, great.
Well, would you mind telling us?
What about his general?
I need to, like, his general. Yeah, he probably would need somebody to operate it.
Yep.
I mean, it is his plans. How much damage can he do with plans he already knows?
Wait a minute. What do you mean he needs someone to operate? He can't do it himself?
I mean, he could. Do you think
Yeah, no,
leader
okay.
does everything personally?
I mean, he was on the rig. He was on the rig with the common crew. So I clearly don't know what Vampire World he gets up to. And the way you said that made it seem like he probably wouldn't want to use it himself.
Well, the thing is, there's two ways it can be used. One in which would destroy the world, which I don't think is in the King Eternal's interests. Then the other will determine whether he can use it without destroying the world. For a more localized destruction.
I don't like the sound of that.
How? Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
How localized?
Something that can keep a bunch of writing citizens down if a dramatic or sudden change in their environment happened.
Like,
I look at what did you give him? What did you get? What does this do? What exactly does it do?
I think he might have copied some of the plans from the books I took from the Library of Rayo.
I'm guessing it's
how
not
quickly
plans for a computer.
How quickly can he use the weapon? Does it need charging up?
It's not a question of how long it takes to use it. He's been in power for 7 years.
But he hasn't needed it until now.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he might have prepared it so that it could be ready at any moment, so...
I think we should give Gon the plans to figure out if this is something that can happen.
You might be right.
This feels like a time, like, lesser of two evils.
Well, guys, now what we gotta do is we gotta travel to a different plane, a neutral plane, and summon the King Eternal and just fucking kill him with using gate.
That's right.
Oh, you just gate the King
I'm
Eternal?
gonna just
be
to
like,
the middle of the ocean and then just use a spear of that. Yep.
In fact, let's go to a realm that has like infinite sun or something.
Ooh. I like that.
Teleport him to the middle of Alzaria.
How do you feel about a diplomatic mission to Alzaria?
I mean, maybe we could make friends with the god over there and get in a diplomacy position.
Space is considered a different plane of existence.
That's true. To the moon with you.
Anyway, so Dr. Amgon is requesting the plan.
Sorry, will just shake her head and say, if we let you see the plans, I demand that it be under the supervision of both Ultima here and Sindor, and you are to return them to us once we're done.
I just want to peek at it. I don't want to
No. If you want to peek, you gotta listen to our rules.
Yeah. I mean, the peeking can happen right here. I mean, that's not a problem.
Yeah. Hand the plans to Ultima and have her hold them out for him. He doesn't get to touch them.
Yeah.
Fine. Ultima says, why don't you hold the plans then?
Well, he's much more likely to grab it out of our hands than he is yours.
I don't think he's going to do so. Otherwise, my testimony might change after the recess is done. And she looks at us.
That's a
Oh,
fair
well, in
point.
that case.
In that case, sure, we'll do it.
Yeah, Sariel takes the plans out. And
Yeah, Dr. Aoi God just kind of looks at Ultima, looks at you guys, looks at Ultima, it's like,
Is Sindor still in the tent here? Is he still hanging out in this wedge?
Oh, yeah, he's still here.
yes,
Okay.
Mm.
Hi,
it was never stated that he left.
Yeah. So, who's holding the plans?
I will.
No, he looks at it, he's
Perfect.
like,
In fact, actually, you know what? I motioned for Carnelian to do it, actually, because I need my
Alright.
I would like
Yep,
my hands
alright.
free to cast a spell, just in case.
Just
Yeah.
All right,
Do you counter something?
I'm holding them up.
he starts looking like,
Hold them upside down for him.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the piece I gave Sarek. So you might have inherited that for the key. Oh shit, I wish I had the rest of the plan. Unfortunately,
know where we
the
go?
rest of the plan was fried off the Advanced Alchemy database when you guys stole it for the Blackout Club, so...
Oh,
So what you're
No.
saying is that we have the rest of the plan.
I think the bigger security breach is that you left the plan where the evil tree spirit could just read it whenever he wanted, because you left it essentially in his bedroom. So it's not our fault that your
didn't-
backup got
I
lost.
didn't realize I left it there.
Obviously.
that's even more of an issue.
How many more
know how that doesn't make it any
world-destroying
better,
plans
right?
did you forget somewhere?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave these plans that could very well lead to the end of the world. Just here because I'm
Just here.
forgetful. Just here.
Ooh,
I hope
shiny.
no one steals my plans while I'm asleep.
Like, sorry, I was just gonna say, you do realize how much of a dumbass you sound, right? All these advanced accomplishments, all these magical achievements, and yet you're the dumbest person I know.
Yeah.
Okay,
That says something.
1 second. I'm gonna. He takes out a notepad and starts writing things down. Alright. You need to check to see if the rest of the plans has a warp crate drive installed to the turbine or if it's separate. And he writes this down and then hands you the note. And in order to do that,
Okay.
you need to be in contact with the Blackout Club. Have you spoke with them
Thankfully-
recently? I mean, you did work with them to steal those plans in the first place.
They are allies, so getting the contact.
Alright, well, here's the information you need to check. If the answer to this question is yes,
Bad things happen.
bad things happen, yes.
All right.
Well, knowing you and things that you're related to, I wouldn't be surprised if the answer was yes.
Well, I mean, the success of this project is no longer getting me out of this realm, so I don't give a crap about what happens to it, you know?
Sariel just
Great.
says,
We get to
okay,
break
well,
things.
before the recess finishes, I ought to call the Blackout Club.
Uh-huh. Well,
Alright.
we've already spent like half the time, so you better hurry up.
Mm-hmm. Sariel would call the Blackout Club and just say it's urgent.
Right, so you do have Captain Ingra's number.
Mhm.
And you call her. She goes, "This is Ingra."
Hey, it's urgent. Can you check the database from the Advanced Alchemy files that we borrowed?
Most of it has been decrypted, yes.
Can you find... Did you ever find any schematics for a thing called the end weapon?
Oh, yeah, we did. That stuck out enough for me to remember.
Okay. Can you go back and look at that and see if it has a warp gate drive installed?
1 second. And there's a bit of a kerfuffle, and she starts, like, repeating your question as she shouts it.
That's the only thing that we were told to look out for, right? Yeah.
Yeah, warp gate drive. Is it attached to something?
Is it in the schematics and attached to the weapon at all, right?
Mm-hmm. She eventually comes to him and is like, yeah, there's something that matches that name in there.
Sarl just rubs her temple. Oh.
Is it attached to the weapon?
Harney, can you punch him again?
Is it attached to the weapon?
It's part of the weapon. It's apparently some sort of multi-gate device to summon creatures from other realms as some sort of
Great.
technical.
Sarl just rubs her temple and then the captain would hear very muffled, "You fucking idiot," as Sarl does a haphazard job of covering the phone speaker or the
receiver.
the fucking receiver, and she's cursing out God.
Oh, okay, so it
Can
does
you
have
punch
that.
him again,
I
Carney?
remember being on the edge of whether or not I can accomplish that, but the King Eternal at the time was adamant about it because, free soldiers if you summon things from other realms.
Great.
It doesn't matter if they attack
Alright,
indiscriminately if you drop them on the enemy territory,
Oh, what? He's
Sorry.
going to summon demons or something?
Sarl just says, "Well, thank you for checking. We have a lot more to worry about now."
Gon goes, well, that is unfortunate. I knew he wasn't going to use the main weapon because, if he's trying to quell some sort of rebellion, he wants the infrastructure to stay, but if he can summon demons, the infrastructure can be relatively intact if he uses it against Arden.
So, if he's got partial plans, does he have enough to cause problems?
He has enough to cause problems, yeah.
Great. How big is this weapon, and where could he hide it?
It's probably about 400 feet in diameter.
What?
Approximately how big
What
is
the
Ulstrom
fuck?
Keep?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's not at Ulstrom Keep, don't worry.
Alright.
Well, do you mind kindly telling us where the hell it is, since you know some things, but not enough to actually be useful or smart?
I told you it's on ice. North.
North.
Tenebrae.
No.
Ah.
Oh no, not up there.
Well then.
Yeah, the place so cold that everyone in Ulstrom says, "Fuck that place."
Uh-huh. That's literally my reaction.
Fantasy Siberia.
Oh no.
Great.
I swore I was never going back up there.
Well,
So it's north of Ulster. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Tenebrae.
so if you open
I
up
like
the world map,
Yeah,
mhm.
I found
yeah,
it.
there
Yeah,
are
it's that northern
5
province.
There's technically 7 provinces of Ulstrom. There's Slythport and Zarn, which are islands south of Arden.
Mhm.
There's Arden, Brandvale, and Talek. Those are the 3 main... Well, Brandvale and Arden are the main cultural areas of Ulstrom.
Mhm.
Then north of that is Tenebrae, and then there's East Callus.
I love how everyone's reaction to Gon has gone from that this is an evil genius to you stupid bastard.
It really
Yeah,
is.
well,
There's
I mean,
a fine line between those two, though.
Mhm.
I guess we found what his dumb stat is, to be honest with you.
Wisdom.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't
100%
need wisdom if you never suffer the consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
Well, when Bahamut got
And
rid
there's
of
no
him,
way
he
for you to learn it if you never do that anyway, so.
Bahamut wasn't sacrificing any of his wisdom when he got rid of him.
That's true. We're gonna have to have a long talk with Bahamut if we ever meet him.
Yeah.
Centuries long talk.
Dude.
You should know better than to abandon your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Nay, he abandoned his kidney, let's be honest. actually his kidney stone, really.
You're
but
right. Yeah, really, the kidney stone. You're right. You're right.
This makes me think of like
divine kidney
Galactus and
stone.
Galactia. You know how like Galactia is just like was just a tumor on Galactus that formed into his kid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember looking up that because I was like, how the fuck do you have a child? There's no woman that could. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh, okay.
Checks out.
Checks out, yeah.
Yeah,
Checks out.
she was just a funny little tumor.
Yeah. Anyway. You guys are told this, and he goes, what now?
Well,
Uh,
how much do you feel like fixing your own mistake?
I mean, that's what I got you guys for, right? You guys got me. You're my pals.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yep.
I will hit. I will
wasn't
punch you
afraid. I got nothing
again.
to do.
Please do. Please punch him again.
It would
I
solve the problem.
let me add it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me. Well,
Okay, so. Oh no. Okay, and this is. So that's why. I. So getting the situation report. I think it's only a good idea to also relay that Darby's been knocked out of control. Doc is also running around. As far as our
Yeah, Shulk is somewhere out there.
squad.
oh
No! Wait,
no.
we don't know what happened to Schaefer.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, wait, you're saying... Oh, if they need someone to activate it, I guess they would... Huh.
So it's fueled by an Does that mean that? Wait.
Oh, wait. Yeah, because the King Eternal and Schaefer both have like half an end crystal to them.
Hey,
So if they need one
Pandora,
whole end
would you want
crystal.
to would you want to summon Schaefer?
I was thinking that.
Wait, what's Schaefer?
If such a
Might
thing
not
were
be a-
possible.
Might not be a bad idea to cast summon Lesser Schaefer.
Summon the lesser Schaefer.
Summon Lesser Schaefer.
I think we would technically have to plane shift first, and then summon him.
Yeah, you have to
Is that
not
how
be in the
Gate
same
works?
Yeah,
plane
we
for
would.
Gate.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ultima, say, would you be able to take us to your domain? We
Ultima
kind of
just
have
use-
need of it.
Which
We'll behave.
domain?
One that's not on this current plane of existence. We might have need of it.
You know that of the 8 wedges, she controls 2 of them. Hirago, the Endless Clock, and New Hell.
Hirago, please.
Let's go to Hiralgo.
Yeah, New Hell sounds unpleasant.
Yeah. Imagine how bad Old Hell was for all the people to leave and make New Hell.
I mean, Old Hell was outside the encompassing realms, so...
You know,
That's
I
why I
didn't
call
think
it New
about
Hell.
that.
When the encompassing realm came off, this world was cut off from the real Hell, so they created a New Hell.
Yeah. Didn't think about that. Understandable.
Now you know why it's called that.
It's all the shitty people's hell.
It's all coming
That
together.
that came back. That sounded better in my head.
King of Hell.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Well, let's just take a quick little trip to Hiralgo.
If that's all right, and then we'll
And grab
summon
Schaefer.
the douchebag, and
Mm-hmm.
if that's all right, and
Zoriel just says we're just trying to keep this weapon from being
damage
activated.
control, man.
Very well. She'll Ultimos get up and take a few steps back from behind her throne and pass you guys. So you will hold her hand out, and you start to see a bit of lightning static start to form as a rift starts to open.
Wow.
Well,
I'll finish the meeting here while you take care of your business there.
Thank you, ma'am.
you're
Appreciate
gonna
it.
be okay with
This
the
idiot.
doctor here?
I'll be just fine.
I take the plans and put them back in my bag.
Mm-hmm. All right. You
All
walk
right, let's take a
through,
little trip.
and you just see gears everywhere. The platform you step on is a gear. The walls are gears. Everything is gears. You see giant towers with clock hands moving. Multiple clock hands
So-
moving in different directions. It kind of
Is
looks
this
like
the equivalent?
it kind of looks like if you've seen like any of the Doctor Strange stuff, like one of those realms when you're out of body, where you see like kaleidoscope type effects, but with clocks and gears.
I was gonna ask if this was like the equivalent of Mechanus.
It kind of is. Yeah, it's kind of.
Does that mean that we just rolled 10 plus our modifier guaranteed?
What do you mean?
Oh, and Mechanus, one of the
What?
realm effects is that you don't roll. You just everything is just average. It's every
Oh, I didn't-
number you roll is just average.
You take 10 for every roll. Okay.
So yeah, for every d20 roll, it's just 10 plus whatever your modifier is, and
Man,
for all damage you roll, it's just average.
Man, that would suck if that 10 plus attack doesn't hit something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you don't want. That's why you don't want to take fights. You don't. The odds are in your favor on Mechanus.
Yeah, but there's nothing like that. It's just clocks.
Okay, I was just curious.
Everything here
Okay.
runs on time.
Clock's
You see
all the way down.
various faces made of machines look at you. You see their eyes are lit up. Creatures with spotlights for eyes.
Oh.
Everything is
Bro
metal.
just be like, don't mind us. We're just here with the permission of
We're
the
just passing
good
through.
lady herself.
Yeah, Buck tips his hat.
Good.
Yeah, you know this realm
All right.
was made by Sindor and was technically overtaken by her a long time ago.
Just passing through.
Because
It doesn't matter where we do it. We just gotta
Ultima and
get
Sindor
Schaefer.
kind of share this realm because it was somewhat abandoned because Sithix Cat doesn't go outside of the material realm. So the rightful god of this realm is Sithix Cat, but Sithix Cat does not leave Alzaria.
Oh,
I have an ancient rule.
You have a what?
He very rarely leaves Alzaria, and going to the Rictorum is like one of the few reasons he does leave it.
Okay.
So it was kind of hey, this place is abandoned. Maybe I should do some building here type of thing.
Maybe you should put something here, like a little
doily.
doily.
Maybe we should ask for Sithix Cat's permission as well.
Well, he's not using it.
Well,
he's
he still has the. I mean, if it's his rightful domain, would he's like? Would I know if he still has like the power over it?
He likely does, but you've never heard of him even bothering with it.
Okay. Well, in which case, hey, can you do Schaefer? I choose you. Go.
Yeah, I would like to do that, please.
And just close the gate as soon as he's drawn through.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. 1 minute cast. You can make 5 to 20 feet in diameter. I assume you'll just make 5 just to yoink.
Just big enough for him to pop on through, yep.
Also, do we see anything behind him as he gets pulled through?
1 second, I'm double reading the spell. And then with their domains. So basically, Sithix Cat can deny it, but he's not bothering.
We should buy him a gift basket later.
Yeah.
He's probably just like, yeah, whatever.
Mm.
He's like, I
Those
don't
damn
give a
kids
shit.
playing around on that
Pick
old
the
plane of
name
mine
a
again.
specific creature, a pseudonym title. A pseudonym title or nickname doesn't work. You know his full God-given name is Luther King Schaefer.
We
so
surely do.
Mhm.
he is proud of
Good
saying
old Jimmy Schaefer.
he cannot refer to himself as his first name. He has to have his full first, middle, last name every time.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Space. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And yes, I'm planning to dismiss it as soon as there is a Schaefer there. These
If
Schaefer.
the creature is on another plane than you are, the port opens in the name vicinity and draws the creature through it. Okay. So you do
Cast
this,
yoink.
and suddenly there's a yoink, and you see Shock.
Oh wait, no, we were doing variant.
Oh,
Schaefer.
you can just call.
Yeah,
You can just call Lesser Varian. Okay.
but we don't know where he is. He was missing.
No, Shock was the one that was missing.
Wait,
Did we not?
Damn it!
I thought we didn't see
I
Lester
thought
Schultz
she said that.
or Lester Schaefer and
Oh,
Mark
I
Lisa.
didn't know you went to look for him. Okay, that might have been a miscommunication on that.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because I thought both Schaefers have been
Cause-
kidnapped.
Okay, because we know one shape. We know that that Mr.
You know what?
Bony Eye Boy was
Storm
stolen by
Schaefer, I was originally going to have it so that he did escape, but for the sake of narrative, I am going to retcon it because he was behind the scenes anyway. So the Schrodinger
Hooray.
Schaefer, you yoink Lester Schaefer back out.
Mhm.
You see him. His coat is kind of overhanging, the crystal kind of jutting out from his chest. He goes, ooh. And then you drop the concentration.
Yep.
What do we see behind him?
Yeah, we can peek through.
Yeah, the gate does create a visible.
Sariel is very keenly peeking
You
through as I'm
see-
casting the spell like that.
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
For anyone who wasn't busy concentrating on the spell.
Yay!
I'll take a look. I'm good at
I'll
perception
take
now.
a look. I'm pretty good at
Okay.
perception.
Dang,
Makes sense to
dang.
me. All the homies
Dang.
crowded around to see my cool new stuff.
Everyone's watching.
Yeah.
We are watching.
We exchange an awkward
Everybody
glance with the King Eternal. Shit.
Anyway.
New episode just dropped.
Alright. You see the area is stone. You see that he is in manacles as you get pulled out that seem to have arcane runes on the manacles.
Oh.
I don't love that.
And
Yeah,
he
not a
goes,
big
Yeah.
fan.
And he goes, oh, thank God.
No, my
then-
name's Yvette.
Yeah.
And then he looks around and goes, why are we in Hirago?
How do you know specifically that we're in Hirago at a glance? Anyways,
We might just be
No,
in the clock
This
factory.
place is very
That's
distinctive.
that's
Not wrong.
That's besides the point. You have a god. You have a god to thank, and us. The good
Uh-huh.
lady Ultima has decided to allow us to use her realm to facilitate your safe transport.
Ah,
So, did we?
What
I hope we weren't interrupting. You okay?
oh no, you didn't
you look a
interrupt
little-
anything. Does any of you know how to have a locksmith or
I cast
Okay.
the lock spell.
I
Or the
have
knock
dispel
spell.
magic as
Yeah, I
well,
was
so
like, you mean not?
No, lock.
Yeah,
just
sorry.
make it worse.
Yeah,
just
in
lock
fact, it just,
Yeah, it's locked.
it just
Make
Add
it
a
worse.
second,
just
second
tightens
pair
the
of
manacles.
manacles on top of the first.
Yep.
Alright.
Sir,
it is-
second manacles has hit the
because
shaper.
it's a magical lock, it is suppressed for 10 minutes, I think it is.
Yep.
Yep, so it becomes suppressed, and he takes the manacles off and drops them. Goes, ah.
You would
Well.
not believe the day we've had.
It has been a day.
I literally just got kidnapped.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah,
know, after knowing
talked
your
to
history,
gods.
I shouldn't really question you on that.
So,
If you have a minute to look outside,
Look outside of wall.
you know.
Well, not here, but you know, back
yeah,
before
back
we
in
summoned you.
yeah, the moral
Ulstrom.
realm or whatever. Get some sun.
I would love to get some sun right now.
well,
Well, the good news
You'll
is
have
that
the
you can do that in
opportunity.
Ulstrom now.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep,
Yeah,
you
we
can
worked
do
the
that in
sun, yeah.
Ulstrom now.
I'm sorry, I thought you said you could look at the sun in Ulstrom. I'm sorry, I must have misunderstood you.
Yeah, no,
You-
that's
you
no,
exactly
can-
what we
yeah,
said.
no, that's exactly what happened. The sun's shining in Ulstrom
Things have
because
changed.
of us.
It's been a big day. Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
That was a sound.
It surely was.
So,
So, what happened with you? You said you got kidnapped. By whom?
my ancestor.
Ah,
The one that was locked up.
So that's why they killed Darby and then released Shulk.
I
Mhm.
didn't exactly have time to even question why he was out of his imprisonment, so.
Hmm.
It's probably a good thing you did. They were preparing for extraction, and he taps his chest. I did not exactly want that.
They being Shulk and who?
King Eternal?
Just shock.
Hmm.
It's just two Shulks. You like that?
What do you mean two shocks? There's only one shock. They're both Schaefer's, though.
Two Schaefers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Let's make
so
it.
they were about to take the end crystal out of you.
yeah. So it's probably a good thing you got me.
That would probably that would just kill you, right?
Yeah, it probably would. I only came out of the Twilight Forest because he was under imprisonment. So him not being in imprisonment kind of dings that a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we weren't expecting him to be out too. We just kind of, we're doing our thing, fighting Ars Goetia, winning.
If I had at least a heads up, I would have gone back to Zoso, but... Oh, God.
Well,
yeah,
hey,
no one really had a heads up when that happened.
I need to contact
Yeah.
Gary and make sure our deal is still happening.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of things happened really fast.
Yeah, but if Shock's out, I need to make sure Shock's not doing anything to my sister.
Right.
It sounds like Shulk has other concerns. Something about we'll get you up to speed because this is relevant to you because you have an end crystal.
Mhm. Yeah, you're
there's
kind of the fuel source.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
weapon. They use end crystals. The King Eternal wants to use it.
I don't think you understand. Yes, they need end crystal energy. Which means they're probably going to go after my sister, who has a consecrated energy from the death of Garo.
Right.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Where,
okay. All right.
where's-
That's
We're
also
gonna
a
need to make another
problem.
trip.
Where's the exit?
Yeah, Pandora, does that gate work two ways? Like, can we go out of them?
Well, so it would have taken us to wherever he was.
I'm
yeah.
wondering
And
if
I've
we
already
can...
I've already dismissed it, and it's a Mystic
Yeah,
Arcana.
that'd be a plane shift.
Okay. Damn.
Good thought.
Miss Ultima,
Suriel just
we need a ride.
Mom, pick us up.
Uppies.
Wait, doesn't
I mean-
Ariel have plane shift?
I do have plane shift. I could
But
plane
do
shift
we wa-
us over to Zoso.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's what I
lot.
was thinking. Because we know where Third Schaefer is. We know where her house is.
You've been to her house, yep.
We bothered her. Yeah, we bothered her.
We surely did.
Okay, so we need to extract the other Schaefer,
Okay,
the other nicer
you
one.
you know what? We'll do that. Then I'll teleport us back to Mir. I have the teleportation circle there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So using my 9th level spell slot, I will plane shift us over to basically just in a room.
You don't have any 7th or 8th level. You just gotta use them.
I just gotta let it rip.
Yeah, we haven't rested, so
You haven't rested, so it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
We've been busy.
Yeah.
All right. So as you cast plane shift, we're gonna end the session there for the night, and
Oh.
pick up with you dropping boots on the ground and so.
I'm sure when we get there, everything will be fine.
It'll be
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Now that
Obviously.
now we're dealing with things that happened before the oil rig. So Davey is like, yeah, that's a person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also a
Who's
person.
Zoso?
What's this?
Right, yeah.
Maria Schaefer? Sure.
How many
we're
Schaefers
gonna
are there?
stay for rattle and roll.
Too freaking many.
I mean, one
You're
was
a
already too many
Schaefer.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm Schaefer. You're Schaefer.
There ain't more
He's
Schaefers.
Are there any other Schaefers
Meow.
I ought to know about?
I mean, the Fesks.
Meow.
Oh,
Fuck. I forgot about the Fesks. I forgot they were also Schaefers.
You forgot
No.
that their original name was Schaefer and they changed their name.
Yeah.
Right. Everyone's Schaefer.
They did a
in this
really good
freaking
job
universe.
of
Yeah.
winning
They
the
have. Yeah.
yeah.
Schaefrosity.
My name's actually Sariel Schaefer.
No!
Load
God.
shotgun with malicious intent.
My
Oh,
gosh.
Schaefer's my middle name.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My mother's maiden name was Schaefer. No.
If I am I gonna like check the inside of the hat and find out it's made by Schaefer Incorporated?
Oh my god. Please
Yeah.
no.
Maiden Oasis.
The more you,
Ugh.
the more you wear it, the
He said it was from Walden Steel. He
the
didn't say
more
where
it
in Walden
rewrites
Steel.
reality.
Mm-hmm.
The hat just rewrites reality. Just make your last name Schaefer, but change nothing else about
No. First hat.
you. Fuck Schaefer.
Hat of Sudden Schaefer.
No.
Alright, let me see who we can rate in on. While I'm on that, most of this week I'm not going to be streaming because I have a flight on Wednesday to go to Vegas.
Oh.
Oh, cool. I'm
Have
also
fun.
also going somewhere on Wednesday. I'm going to Mexico for 4 days.
Nice.
Whoa.
Have fun.
I'm going for my sister's
Mexico isn't
wedding.
Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Somewhere. I didn't say Vegas.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere on Wednesday.
But tomorrow I am going to be doing a special. I was originally going to plan on not doing that, but a certain NDA is dropping, so
Ooh.
I'm going to do a short stream tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Obviously because of NDA I can't be specific. Let's just say I have a sponsorship for a very expensive piece of product that I'm going to be unboxing tomorrow.
Oh, have
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Nice.
A Peloton
Congrats.
bike.
Congrats. That's awesome.
It's a $450 product I got for free, so
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah. My content is probably going to change because of this piece of equipment, though,
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
in a very cursed way.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That's concerning.
I'll
It
tell you
also
guys-
doesn't narrow things down.
I'll
yeah,
tell you-
no
I'll tell
idea.
you guys after I end the stream.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's my
Okay.
day. What are y'all doing this week?
I'm going to Mexico.
I'm trying to
Other than
survive.
Mexico.
Probably
I
stream
see.
on
You
Wednesday,
don't
I don't know
care.
what yet.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't care about your
Mexico's
Mexico.
awesome. Have fun in Mexico.
Yeah, have fun in
Yeah, yeah,
Mexico.
yeah.
I'll try to have fun in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll talk to you
Enjoy
later.
Yeah, have a good
the
time.
heat and the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, bye everyone.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Que te va bien.